Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the Peach Pod After Dark. I am Jeff, and I'm a gross red monster! I get to go first. And joining me on the other end of the internet, someone who I hope is a fucking gross red monster already.
Damn it, I didn't have a backup. I'm Leslie, and I always wanted a tail.
Fuck yeah. Tails would be fun. Yeah, can grab onto stuff, swing, just from light posts. Fucking A, I like it. This week, Cheesemeisters, we're not talking about Moxie because we need to quit picking movies neither one of us has seen. We said we were going to do it, and Leslie read more of the synopsis, and she cried foul.
No,
she said, I don't feel
also,
like this doing this.
I also watched half of it, and I said, I don't feel like discussing microaggressions and things that should be obvious to people, but clearly no one cares about. So,
Gotcha.
No, done.
So we passed. Yeah, we got to quit. Again, got to quit picking movies neither one of us has seen. So we pivoted. And this week, Cheesemeisters, we are talking about Turning Red, the 2022 What If Sue Scanlon Was Teen Wolf masterpiece. Written and directed by Domi Shi, starring Rosalie Chang, Sandra Oh, Ava Morse, and Wai Ching Ho. We are watching this in conjunction with Season 4, Episode 17, Thicker Than Water, because Erica got her period and Dylan had to fucking deal with it. And our spelling connection is Wai Ching Ho, who is in Soap Dish. She's, I think, the grandma.
Oh, so she's just been playing grandma for a long time.
Not in that. No, in Soap Dish, she was in this. She was grandma. In that, she was something called like Fan or something like that. Yeah, I was just scrolling and looking it up. So this movie, listen to this. This is interesting. 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yay! 67% Popometer. The critics liked this way more than people did. And I have a theory about that, but I'll let you think about it too and see why you think that might be true.
I guarantee you I know why.
Okay, tell me, why is it?
Because I read some stuff. I'm going to do my best to not go off this early. But I really think some 1,000 moms or whatever that fucking mom bullshit group is,
just fucking
got online and were like, this is inappropriate, and then like queued up 100 bots. And
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure. Listen, I think it all comes down to people read this as a purely period film when it is puberty encompassed.
It's a lot more than puberty, or it's a lot more than period, but this is a movie about your period. That's what it is.
Basically, and people are afraid of periods, as so shown. Look, they turned her into an animal.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, people are afraid of periods. They're afraid to say the word. You know what I realized when I was looking up period stigmas and everything? I went, oh my God, we have been coming up with other names and whispering like it's fucking... I knocked something over. I'm sorry, honey. Scared my dog, my child.
Your tail.
I know!
You know what that was? You were getting too emotional, young lady, and that's why that thing fell over.
That's me.
Control your emotions.
I wish I could, but I can't. It's not a good sign when you watch Frozen and see yourself in Elsa. Anyway, and then also this movie. But no, I think, what was I saying? Oh, we treat periods like people treat Lord Voldemort. People wouldn't even say his name because they're so fucking afraid of it, and then they treat it like it's dirty. Periods are not Lord Voldemort.
Nope.
They're awesome.
Yeah?
They're awesome.
Go on. Tell me why periods are fucking great.
Because it's part of growth. It's a natural part of life. Is it extra work that no one appreciates you doing? Of course. And is it something else you have to contend with? Does it become a huge fucking problem emotionally? Absolutely. But they're pretty great. As someone who was, once again, a late bloomer, it's pretty fucking great when your body is functioning properly.
Plus, and I was just listening to one of our episodes from before, doing a little editing, and I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to teach you about your period. This is how this works.
Oh my God, shut up.
I don't know if you know this, but what you're getting rid of when you have your period is that unused REI sleeping bag.
Oh!
That's what it is. Where you're like, I didn't even know we had one of those. What's that? That's what it is. Not exactly. I'm bullshitting.
Well,
but
all I knew at its core was that it was an unfertilized egg. Oh,
but it's the uterine lining. That's what's coming out, and that's what makes the sac, the amniotic, the REI sleeping bag. Like those cells do all the things in there. It's magic.
See, people
up in there.
This is why we should all know more. Like, I should be an expert. I'm not. And also, I just realized as we were talking, like, oh, you know what? Periods aren't great for some people. They're hell on earth for some people because bodies are different and they're rough. So for anyone who was listening and thinking like, fuck you, my period has never been awesome, it's hell, and I'm thinking of getting a hysterectomy, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that your body is trying to kill you, but periods should not be that bad. And the medical healthcare system needs to fix itself. Okay. Whew.
You're angry. And there's a non-zero chance that I said something incorrect. Guess what? That's going to happen tonight. So here's what happens in this movie. This movie is about this 13-year-old, they're in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
Little Canadian girl who's like, I am woman. I am invincible. But she's singing a different song at the beginning of the movie, but that's what it is. She's like, I'm a grown up and I kick ass and I can make all the choices I want. And I'm going to go over here and dance. And then I got to go and help my mom. We're going to sweep the floor. We're going to do the things. I'm going to wear a cardboard box on my head that's red. And I'm a panda and I love everything. And I'm such a rebel and hanging out with my friends like the devil. She's just having a great time.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's awesome. And she's like, but then at the end of the day, she's like, oh, I can't go karaoke. I gotta go hang with my mom and do mom stuff because she's trying to balance it out. She's trying to, like all teenagers do, figure out how to be who they want to be while also being who they've always been.
Yeah.
And it's tough. And that's what's going on in this movie. And so, and her friends are like, she's too tight with this mom situation. And then it turns out that her mom is Felice Martin. This mom is a fucking lunatic. I don't even remember what the first thing she does is, but then she shows up at school waving around a box of sanitary napkins and shouting at her daughter and trying to get run. I mean, what?
She runs into the convenience store and accuses...
Oh, with the drawings. Yes.
Yeah, that was horrifying. Like,
yes, this woman's a menace.
Why do you jump to conclusions?
Why don't... She didn't jump. She started at conclusions.
That's true.
She didn't have to jump to get there. She was crazy from Jump Street. Like, this mom, Felice level anger at this lady. And she's got her daughter. What's the daughter's name? Mai?
May.
I have a friend whose daughter is Mai. So, yeah. So May. Anyway, she's like super conflicted about this, but she's loving to be mommy's girl and do the panda thing. She's super happy about it. And then I don't remember why she gets her period, but she gets her period and turns into a giant red panda.
Did you say you don't know why?
Yeah, because it was like an emotional trigger. She was upset about something when the panda came out the first time. I don't remember what that was.
I feel like the panda's triggered by the period, and the period is just
Oh,
triggered by biology.
no, I get that. But like I think she was super upset.
Yes.
And the super upset was because of the mom with the
At the
pictures. That's what
convenience
at
store
the
with the
convenience store.
yeah. Whew,
Yeah,
it was
got it.
rough.
So, yeah, so she had her period, which is fine, and now she's boy crazy, just like Erica was worried that she was going to be when she got her period. And uh, then she turns into this big old red panda rage monster and is kind of destroying everything. Until she realizes she can kind of like self soothe.
Yes.
And once she's able to do that, she's able to keep this part of her, but not like have it ruin her life. And then she goes to school, and just like Scott Howard, she fucking wolfs it, um, wolf. Um, she she turns into a big red panda, and everybody's like, "That's cool."
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean, like,
they're more freaked out than people were about him being a wolf, but
right?
they accept her with a similar level of ease.
Yes, and then her friends sell T-shirts, just like Styles.
Yes.
Like, you thought I was joking. I didn't even point out. I did not first come up with the Teen Wolf thing last night. Like, we were sitting. I know it's weird. Well, I mean, I kind of did because I wasn't paying attention. But so we were sitting there watching the movie, and I heard Laura say something about Teen Wolf, but I didn't know what she was talking about. I didn't process it. But I heard it, and I was like, okay. And then about 10 minutes later, like everyone, they're selling T-shirts, and I'm like, it's fucking Teen Wolf. And Laura's like, that's what I just said. So
Hashtag being a woman. The
yeah, I
amount of
just didn't.
times I say something and then Walter says it, or like, honestly, even worse, the amount of times I say something and then years later my mom says it back to me, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying this.
That's right.
Almost knocked off
Have
my
been was
notes.
there.
Oh my god.
Angry red tail.
I am. I am channeling my panda, but she's not in control.
Yeah, you got to control that panda. Um, which sounded dirtier than I meant it, but that's the whole thing going on here. So she's like, everybody loves like horny Mei. Like they're super excited about this like newly pubescent redheaded. She every time she like wolfs out and wolfs it and wolfs up and comes back, she's like an inch and a half taller and like has slightly longer, different hair. Like I kind of like that. It's like she's growing, through each of these experiences. It's kind of fun.
I did not notice her growth changing.
I thought there was at least once where I went, she's taller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did
Yeah,
not
maybe it
notice
was like the
that.
second time. Like, when, because the first time she like turns back into her, she goes from the dark hair to the red hair.
Yes.
And then it's the next time that she does it that I'm like, I swear to God, she's 3 inches taller.
Maybe.
Which, again, that's what happens. Like, people hit crazy ass growth spurts, boys and girls. Like, suddenly you're an inch and a half taller than you were yesterday, and everybody's like, why don't your pants fit?
Yep.
So, so she's having this, like, and her mom's like, oh shit, it happened already. She had her period. She's a big purple red panda. Um, and she's like, don't worry about it. Hang on for a month. We have a special magic ceremony we can do where we will sing your period away forever, I guess. Wait, and that's the thing I didn't, for an allegory that's all about your period.
Yeah.
The magic spell that would cure you of ever having your period, but still also allow you to have a child is confusing to me. I don't think they thought that one all the way through. There's some holes in their comparison there.
No, but I look at it as singing away a part of yourself.
Sure. But the
Because,
allegory is so strong to the period
of course.
that, you know,
But that's why, well, and that's why I think tying it to puberty at large isn't much better, because you're still going to have that. You still have to, you know, grow up as a woman, you know, you
right.
can't. I don't want to say you can't do that without a period, because, having a period is not what makes you a woman.
Right.
Um, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So yeah, I agree that I think the panda part there is more tied to generational trauma.
Oh, there's
And
generational trauma
then,
all over this motherfucker.
of course, but I think it's them pushing that further and further back, or
Right. They're
like,
repressing it. Yeah. But
I
like,
mean, I
but you
think
can't
too.
do that with the actual period, is what I'm saying. Like
No, I
you
know.
can't that away, you know,
Well,
and your aunties can't sing it away either,
but
you know.
maybe it's supposed to be tied more to the emotions, the stronger emotions that come with having uh, hormonal changes.
I mean, I think that's probably it, but it's like, to me, it just, the way that it's told, the all of it is very heavily focused on the period as
Sure.
the focal point of that change.
Yeah.
And then there's, the other parts of it are so much about the generational trauma, and so much about like repressing that carefree side of yourself in order to please others, and that's definitely all there. um but it starts out so heavily being about the period and being tied to it, that you're just like, oh, she had her period, now she's a big red rage monster. Got it. She can't control her emotions because her hormones are out of whack because she's going through her period. Got it. Like, all
Yeah.
these things are all there. And then they're like, but we have a secret ceremony where you can get rid of it. But don't worry, you can still have babies later.
I mean, here's the thing. Uh, Not that this is what is happening with these women, because obviously there are generations of them, so clearly they are able to still have periods, but it does signify or symbolize something. It there are women who have such awful periods, they end up having to get a hysterectomy because
Sure.
there's no other option. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
honesty moment, I have I have a hormonal thing wherein one of the only solutions would be to get a hysterectomy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that
Right.
because that's fucked up. And thankfully, I'm managing, but like, basically each month I get really, really, really depressed and kind
Mm-hmm.
of like all over the place emotionally
Right.
because of my periods now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's alarming. And for some reason, I mean, I never had this as a kid. Uh, but so that's kind of what I see in that. Again, it's not what they mean and it's not
Right.
tied up perfectly, but it is still better than Teen Wolf.
I don't know, that basketball in Teen Wolf.
Shut up. You know it's better than Teen
Oh
Wolf.
my god, it's a lot better than Teen Wolf. Um, no, Teen Wolf's a mess, but we love it anyway. Um, so she has to. So, but there's this other thing going on where her favorite band, Four Town, or David Silver and the Attractions, is gonna play in Toronto, and she wants to go so bad. She and her friends, her three friends, this is like they're bonded over this boy group. That is called Four Town, but there's five of them. It's the one thing I agree with the mom about. That doesn't make any sense. Nutso band.
But isn't that what happens when you're an adult? You hear these names of things and you're just like, the fuck does that mean?
Right. Well, again, come on. I'm with her. She's right.
What's in sync?
Yeah. In Felice's defense. So the group is coming to town, and they're going to be there on the 25th of the next month. And or they're coming on the 18th of the next month is what it is. And her magic ceremony that gets rid of her period or all of her emotions or whatever is the 25th. She just got to keep it together for like the next month. That's all she got to do. Just keep it together. That's what her mom says. It's what her grandma says. Everybody's like, just fucking keep it together.
Welcome to being a woman.
Right, right. Have no emotions for the next month. Go. But then she finds out that like she could fucking go, you know, surfing on the top of the car as a red panda, and everybody would cheer for her.
Yeah.
So, and then she's like, well, also we need to make some money to go see this concert because real talk, this is going to cost us $200 a person because concerts are stupid expensive. Not to mention Ticketmaster fees.
I was gonna say they knew not to get on Ticketmaster. They
They
said
knew.
we'll just get this up front like the old days.
Yeah, exactly. So they're trying to raise money, and they're like, the way we can do that is charging people for selfies and whatnot. But she keeps having to like wolf out, and then her mom finds out that she's wolfing it, and she's full hot about the deal, and is like, you can't do this anymore. We're gonna, and then they found out, oh no, we misread. Toledo is not Toronto, and the concert is on the same night as
The Red Moon.
the Red Moon period ceremony, and also Blood Moon. Come on, what are you doing? You're not expecting me to make these connections. I know you were. It's fine. And so she's like, she has to choose, you know, if I'm going to wolf out again and go to this boy's birthday party and make the money I need for the last ticket. And she goes, and chaos ensues, and it's bad, and her mom's raging and whatever. And so she has to, she just doesn't get to go to the concert. She has to go do the magic ceremony while her friends go. But then like she does this movie takes forever. Like there's like at about the hour mark, I thought we're wrapping it up, and it's right when she's like going against the mirror.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I thought she was going to go into that ceremony, realize she didn't want to do that, run back to her friends. I'm me again, right? Which is what happens. But in the middle, they put this whole rage shit with her mom and all of her aunties, and like there's like 20 minutes of that. I'm like, I didn't see that coming. But anyway, she's like Panda Girl and is gonna go to the concert, and so she like, I don't know, pandas can fly now, in through the top of the building, and she's like, yeah, fucking Four Town, and then her mom goes super rage. She breaks her little panda container, and it's big. Like you said,
It's
I didn't
Stay
know.
Puft Marshmallow Man big.
100%. Nobody steps on a church in my town, Mom. And she goes in and tears up this concert and slut shames all the kids there for not having their pants pulled up. She's just spraying. And so all of the aunties who have come to like help with the panda ceremony, they wolf out now too, and they're singing the song that's going to do the trick. And then O-Town is like, "Oh, we'll help," and they start singing, and everybody's singing, and the little kids are singing, and the aunties are singing, the grandma and the Justins, they're all singing, and Mom fucking calms down. Like, eventually she calms down, and May May is like, I'm gonna hang on to this part of me. I don't want to give this up because I like who I am when I'm like this. Dad thought I was funny when he saw me in the video camera. This is just more me,
Yeah.
and so I'm not gonna do this. You guys can go. You put your pandas back in. It's fine. But like, Mom, do you get how fucked up it is that like your rage panda is rage panda because you were mad at grandma, and now like you're pushing all that same shit on me, and I don't like it, and it makes me feel oogie, and sometimes I just want to go see the Justins. The end. It's pretty much what happens in the movie.
Sometimes I want to go see the Upfront guys.
Yeah, come on. This boy, the Danny, Joey, John, Jordan, they're all up there waiting for me.
I want to see the bugs.
That's right. Give them to me. So, I liked that movie, and I know you liked it.
Yeah.
It was good. Liam does not like it. I don't know. It's about girls, I guess. I don't know what the deal is.
Listen, just like I didn't like Everybody Wants Some because it
Mhm.
wasn't, I like this is for someone else. That's
Yeah,
fine.
he's not the target audience.
He isn't the target audience.
It should kind of be like just as a person, but
For sure.
yeah.
And yeah, it should definitely be for everyone. And I think that's why even though for you and me, it hits more on, like, we feel it hitting on the period more than anything else, but it is supposed to be puberty overall. And
Mhm.
what does every kid go through, no matter what
Right.
your gender? Puberty.
Yeah. Yeah. You should be able to. It would be nice if everyone could watch this movie, even if it wasn't their experience, and understand it and empathize
Yes.
with it and be like, yeah, I mean, I was all fucking weird and awkward and shit too.
Yeah.
Um,
It would.
we all had that same please your parents or be who you are,
Yeah.
I mean, look, everybody, my mom does not listen to the Peach Pod. This is not for her, and she's well aware. Like we've talked about it more than once, and because I would say something. All right, you know what I was wearing my
The
green
green
room
room.
shirt, and she was like, what does that mean? And I was like, it's proof you don't listen to the podcast. And and she's like, no, you're right, I don't. And I'm like, because it's not for you, you would not enjoy it. Like, so if I wanted to please my mom, I would not be doing this. Like this, like my sense of humor is not my mom's sense of humor. So she would listen to this and Jeffrey, there would be shame, shame. Everybody knows
Oh,
your name for
I
90% of this.
I would be getting told yet again that to swear is not ladylike.
What the
And
fuck are you
I'd
talking about?
say that makes me the best fucking lady in the world.
That's right. Okay. So I told you beforehand that this was just going to be me yelling at you to like fucking have your panda. Um, but fucking have your panda. Be the weird
Listen,
you. The
listen,
weirdest version.
it's so hard though because so here's what's crazy. I've had seen this movie already. I'd watched it with Walter. I watched it by myself this time and I'm just crying
Right.
because I mean, well, one, it's just been the summer of tears, y'all. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Um, been getting real comfortable with being someone who cries. I got paid for it today,
You
so
mean a human?
yes. But when you grow up hearing that those emotions are negative and
Mm-hmm.
that we don't want to see that, what do you have to be sad about? You
Uh-huh.
learn very quickly the only safe place is my room.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, I have to make sure it's the right time of day for me to be allowed to have my door shut.
Mm-hmm.
Because what do I need privacy for? I'm just a
Right.
child. Um,
Can I tell you something?
Diaries,
Can I tell you something real
please.
quick? Let your panda out.
What do you mean? Because like
I
I'm
mean,
sharing
what
stuff.
I know what I'm saying is what you're describing is what May May is up against.
But that's what
Right?
theater
It's
was for me.
right.
I
But
made my
what I'm
parents
saying
so mad, but I did
right.
it because it was the only way to express myself. It's crazy. In my parents' eyes, they would never think that I have the restrictions that I have on myself still because of
Uh-huh.
things that were said to me or around me to other people.
And that's what I mean by like letting the panda out. Get rid of those restrictions.
Okay, but that
Like
is so much harder. I know
this
someday.
little cartoon girl did it.
Yeah,
That's all
she's
I'm saying.
13. Listen, it is a lot easier when you're a kid
I get it.
because I was there too. I mean, yes, I absolutely cared that I upset my mother. Like I looked at old journal entries years ago
Sure.
and I would just be raging in one entry and then the next entry, Jeff, this is sad and scary. I would be apologizing for it. Like I wasn't allowed to say anything negative
Uh-huh.
about
I
that.
get it. I get it. I mean, one, I get it because I'm a human and I understand emotions.
Yeah.
But two, I just watched this movie and guess what it was about? That.
Yeah.
So let your panda out.
I'm working on it every day.
Man, I just like I wasn't thinking about you when I was watching the movie, but like we sit down and I'm like, I see you carry this little girl's burden. I see it. I watch it in like as we do this ridiculous, silly fucking podcast that's both of our favorite things. I watch you struggle with how to say the thing you want to say and worrying that you're going to say it wrong and worrying that you're going to accidentally like offend someone because you didn't quite say it the right way or it didn't come out of your mouth the way that you wanted it to come out. Because in here, it was this one thing and then the mouth gets in the way.
Yeah.
I watch you do that.
Yeah.
I see it. I love you. Let your fucking panda out, kid.
Believe me, I'm trying.
I just cheering for it.
I know. This is why I have tissues today.
I just want to see it happen all the fucking time because like I'm so much happier when I'm allowed to be me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this and this is 100% personal experience. You want to know one of the reasons why being a principal is a bad job for me? Because I couldn't be myself.
Yeah.
Because I watched this movie, you guys, and I texted this to Leslie last night. In the big climactic scene where all of the aunties have their horny out and are like, and the mom is like super fucking horny and like rage horn. And like the only thing that can get these middle-aged ladies like is a fucking boy band. And I'm like, that's hilarious because I know a lot of middle-aged ladies and a lot of them would be like, those little boy bands are fucking hot. Like I've watched it in real life. And so I'm watching this movie and that is what I think. Like I'm not in charge of that. I think that's hilarious that they put that in this movie that like, not for nothing, puberties, but you got nothing on these aunties because these bitches are horny. Like, that's what I'm watching when I see this movie. And that is things you can't say when you're a principal of a school.
Yeah.
And that's why it's one of the reasons I wasn't good at it because I couldn't let my panda out. I couldn't just be the person I am.
Yeah.
And I want that for everybody. And I want it for you. Let your panda out.
I'm working on it, I promise.
I know. Just let it out.
She got buried so deeply, and I didn't even realize I was burying her. So.
Well, I am cheering for you to let that panda out.
Thank you.
And it's not dirty. It's not what I'm talking about.
Absolutely Internet. Not. Fuck off.
Gross. Nasty. Perverts. A lot of you.
That's the problem with so many things. Periods and other things I'm going to bring up later in intimacy, or adventures in intimacy, which yes, we will have stuff to talk about. But like, there's no reason for periods to be seen as dirty. It is your body doing what is natural. If anything, it is the uterus cleaning itself out.
Yeah. Yep.
Sometimes there's stuff that's left over, and you know what? The uterus next month knocks it right on out before the next sleeping bag comes out.
That's right.
Call on the lining now. Sleeping
the
bag.
REI sleeping bag. So weird. We're weird, everybody.
I'm so glad I shared that.
I know. REI sleeping bag up in there. Okay. So can I ask you a question?
Please. I've already cried. What? What?
Who's worse, this mom or Felice? Because this mom fucking pissed me off. Like she is out there, and she had a little bit of Mrs. Scanlon where she just shows up at school yelling at people to have a birthday party for her kid or whatever. But this mom is awful.
I think this mom might be worse because she seemed to have no self-awareness of embarrassing her child at all. Felice is fully aware.
Yeah, Felice uses it as a weapon.
She does. And I don't know which is worse.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you might find yourself questioning, are you doing this on purpose?
Hmm.
Or are you just oblivious? And either way, it's upsetting.
Right. Yeah. You're look, a lot of times the why doesn't matter. It's what you do.
Yeah. So yeah, she might be worse than Felice, but she also has a lot more reason to be messed up than Felice does. Felice is just choosing
As
to
far as we
be
know, I
as far
mean, you know,
that's
we
true.
we do know this lady's backstory more than we know. Like Donna's grandma might be a real piece of work. You know, we don't know. And
Well,
I'm not
and
even sure. And I'm not sure I'm being coy. I'm not sure if we. No, we do meet Donna's grandma, but it might be her dad's mom. I can't remember. Anyway, neither here nor there. I was down a rabbit hole there slightly for a second. Um, yeah, this mom, like, I mean, I've had 30 years of Felice, and this mom fired me up. I was like, Jesus fuck. Like you run like you don't even understand what the drawings are, but you think that they're, I don't know, porn or something. And you
oh
go
my god.
stomping in and just embarrass your child. And look, it's our job to embarrass our kids, our teenagers. Um, but you're supposed to do it on purpose and for a laugh.
Do it in a fun way.
Yeah.
You
Not
know,
in a I'm gonna scar them for life kind of way. Like I have fucked you up so bad, I have to get all of your aunties here to sing a song.
yeah.
That's how bad of a mom I am. Like Felice,
Yeah.
she brings
I
in Uncle Henry. That's different.
embarrass your kids. Don't put your shame onto them because you're
Yeah.
tired of carrying it or because you don't want to see them thrive because you weren't allowed to thrive.
Hmm. I mean, and that's all the puberty stuff aside. What's going on in this movie is like the effort of a kid to break a cycle of trauma,
Yeah.
and that is that's some heavy work to put into a cartoon.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like it's one thing if it's like Bambi's mom died, she got to get over it. You know, like that's like you got it at some point. But this is not. This is like what if the whole Bambi movie was like her just dealing with that death, like silently, you
Yeah.
know, or whatever. Um, but like that, I don't know. Pixar are just on some shit sometimes.
Oh my god. I know. It was too much for me. I was
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost surprised that 67% of the people liked it because it's about such heavy stuff. It's not just about the period. Um,
well,
which could be like, ew, why would you put that in a movie? Yuck, I don't like it, gross. And
fuck
say
off.
this movie is terrible and inappropriate. Like I could see some portion of the audience feeling that, right?
Yeah.
Like that's going to drive some of that like difference between those two numbers. Some of it's going to be that like thing you were talking about, like, moms against indecency or something and
Yeah.
spam bots and shit. Some of it's definitely that. I think there's a legitimate number of people who could watch this movie and just go, that was too heavy for me. Like the generational trauma, the like the puberty allegory, the fact that like I feel that,
Yeah.
like I understand either the child's perspective, the parent's perspective, or both. And it's hard to get in the shoes of that mom, I tell you.
I think there is a percentage too that are threatened by little girls with confidence.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
there are definitely people out there who don't want to see women of any age living their best life, feeling good. I mean, that's why people are constantly trying to tear down Beyonce and Taylor Swift and so
Mhm.
many other
Sure.
any woman who has any sense of self, any non-male, non yeah, any female presenting person who has any sense of self, they want to tear down. and
Mhm.
especially little girls, because that's the easiest time. You see
Right.
them flitting around, having, not feeling like that's one of the first things I wrote down was like, just because I love it. I love girls. I love seeing girls being girls, kids
Uh-huh.
being kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's incredible. I mean, I we were on the coast once, and I remember seeing this kid just digging deeply into the sand,
Hmm.
and I was fascinated by it. I was like, look at him go.
Yeah.
Where's his mom? Isn't his mom going to get mad that he's so dirty? And he's just going to town. Like, I was fascinated. Like, which you would think that I never got to play in the dirt or anything.
Right.
I didn't really want to, but also, I mean, let's be honest. I knew to be clean was going to get me gold star.
Extra daughter
Popcorn.
points.
Popcorn for a snack. Listen,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I'd like to make some popcorn. That sounds good. God damn, I
that
like
was
popcorn.
my prize. Oh my god. If they wanted to get me to do anything, all they had to do was be like, we'll make you popcorn. Like, okay.
Right. Easy to please.
That's how they should have got me to ride a bike. Oh my god.
Just like a stick with a string and a popcorn kernel just hanging right here. You're constantly chasing it. Yeah, I think that's good. But yeah, I think this movie's fucking heavy.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know? And so I could like heavy also, I think, in a way that Inside Out isn't.
Yeah.
Even though Inside Out is so it's like what if feelings had feelings, but and it addresses the same issues of puberty.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's not focused on the physical part of it at all, but those hormonal changes and the fact that you need all of those pieces of you, if you're going to grow and be a human.
Yeah.
um but Inside Out doesn't feel as heavy as this movie does, because I think the trauma themes are stronger here.
Definitely.
And I
There's
haven't seen Inside Out too, so I don't know.
and granted, I don't doubt across cultures there's generational trauma across cultures. There are stereotypes women are fighting or putting onto their daughters inadvertently because
Hmm.
their mothers placed it on them
Sure.
across cultures. But there's an added layer with, the Asian culture being the
Mm.
focus here for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, we watched Always Be My Maybe and now this, so we know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, we're experts now.
Yeah, listen to us. Yeah, I mean, what do I know?
Note
Is sort
the
of what I'm saying.
facetious tone.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what do I know is sort of my point there. Um, but yeah, and I don't know. It's I really like this movie, but you have to sit with it.
Yeah.
Kind of in ways you don't have to sit with other Pixar movies. Which is to its credit, and also makes it a little like I'm way more likely to go back and watch Toy Story 3, which had me sobbing, no lie, at the end of
No.
that.
How dare you bring that one up?
I would go back and watch that more than I would watch this. Even though that one, it pokes at all sorts of different wounds. Fuck Pixar, you sons of bitches.
Oh my god, I
Just
know.
ugh. Everybody wants to feel bad. Watch some
I
Pixar
trick
movies.
myself into watching deep shit. Like, I am always trying to find something just a little lighter so
Uh-huh.
that I, don't keep, you know, falling further down into the pit. Like, I'm really trying to climb out, people, but it's like Batman and oh my god,
The
in
Dark Knight
Dark Knight
Rises.
Rises.
Yeah.
I'm in that fucking pit.
Okay.
I
Well,
want to
here's
eat for breakfast, your back or your spirit.
if you're looking for something happy to watch, can I just say this to you?
Great.
Fortune's Forecast, Lucky Charms. Go watch that and try not to smile. Everybody should watch the Robin Hood Disney version where he's a fox. That's great.
I just sent you a video of a cat wearing a knitted outfit to look like Prince John.
Too late to be known as John the First. He's sure to be known as John the Worst. A pox
Yes.
on that phony king of England.
I do need to rewatch that.
That's a cartoon that'll make you happy. That
Yes,
you
it
don't
will.
have to sit and stew about. You can focus on the fact that Senior Mr. Hiss or whatever crosses his arms and he's a snake. I don't know how the animation of that is just fucking
Love
good.
conquers all.
And the hen that plays tennis, glorious. Go watch that movie, everybody. It makes you happy.
All right, gotta rewatch
Adventures in
Robin Hood.
Intimacy.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Talk about those foxes trying to prance through the woods.
Well, it's funny you bring that up, but I need to go into other stuff before I mention Robin Hood again. So, okay, this is animation. We're not working with bodies here.
Mhm.
So I would say at most, if people wanted an intimacy consultant for this, sure, why not? Because there are certainly elements in this film that are going to need discussion that could, I mean, look, anything could upset anyone, but the last thing you want to do, I think, is upset people involved or involved in the making of it, and you want to make sure that like you are being sensitive, especially when you're dealing with child subject matter and growing up, coming of age. You know, we have, I mean, she starts, one of the signs for her that she's changing is she starts drawing boys, you know, half dressed.
Yeah.
She starts drawing like mermen, you know, like
right.
Aquatic versions of these boys. She, you know, fantasy versions.
She's like 2 days away from drawing dicks on everything.
She's doing perfectly normal stuff, but the minute you show a girl doing it, people lose their shit. Like someone was calling her a slut and they just edited it out. Like,
right.
Because we freak out about women growing up, because women growing up means sex immediately and it's our fault. And now I'm going on a whole soapbox again. I'm going to put that away. Okay. How we talk about periods.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you want to tell a story about periods, if you want to include that, you need to reconcile with what has been said about periods throughout history. What is still being said? How in some cultures girls can't go to school when they're on their period, either because they don't have access to things or because they're considered impure.
Right.
Like, you know, they're not elements that you necessarily need in your story. Like Pixar, it's heavy enough, but it's worth being aware of. You know, you can't just tell a story about puberty and expect everyone to like it. I mean, the women who went into, I was watching a little documentary about the making of Turning Red, and they fully expected to get pushback from the heads, and they didn't get any pushback. So anyone else who had a problem with this can fucking chill.
Right.
Now, if you're like Liam and you didn't like it because you're a teenage boy, that's fine.
Right.
You know, that makes total sense.
Right.
I can't think of any other reason why you might not have liked this other than like maybe it's just not for you. But like if you were disgusted by it.
No, but I mean, we talked about it. It's heavy.
It is heavy.
Like,
some other adult like elements, but that are also perfectly normal for people in puberty. They have Mei twerking, but they have her as the panda twerking, which I thought was interesting that they did that. And I'm like, I wonder, I mean, they have the girls dancing at one point, and you know, dancing is fine until you do dirty dancing.
Right. Yep. And don't lambada, it is forbidden.
Oh. So, you know, I wonder if that's something they thought about there, and if they purposefully had her twerk as the panda instead of as you know, child version. Like
I could see that, because it's totally, you can't, well, okay, whatever, furries exist, but it's not as it's not in the main seen as a sexual move when it's a teddy bear doing it. But if it's a human person, the torque is a sexualized move. You know,
It is.
it's a suggestive move, and making a child do it is oogie as fuck,
Yeah. Now,
or could be seen as oogie as fuck. I could see that giving people yeah
I
feelings.
could see it being seen that way, but I think once again, people need to look within themselves and think about what they did as
Of
exploratory
course, yes,
prepubescent teens. Because the thing is, we all did stuff
sure,
that we would look on now as like, oh God, that's so weird. But also it's natural
100%.
because you're changing.
And you're trying to figure it out. You don't know,
I mean, Dirty Dancing, those are all teenagers.
right?
You know,
Not Johnny.
my
He's
first
38.
co-ed party was in middle school. And you
Right.
know what I did? I fucking danced in a way that probably would have been seen as inappropriate, but I was figuring shit out and I was excited because it was
Which panned
fun
out.
and different. Exactly. Except I put her back inside on Monday because people were low-key slut-shaming me.
Fuckers, let that panda out. It'll eat
I
them.
know. So, but I'm glad you brought up the furry element because I definitely think there is I think it's timely, this kind of movie, since we are seeing furry culture more and more in youth. And granted, I want to be careful with this can of worms because I don't have children, so you know what, whatever. But furries are not inherently sexual. That is something that
Sure.
is look. What is the rule? Rule 31?
Whatever number it is, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait, Walter. 41? 34.
There's so many goddamn rules.
69, 420.
Numbers.
34. Anyway,
Yeah.
anything. We've joked about it on here.
Uh-huh.
Fucking people getting stuck in washing machines. Like anything at this point, people can be sexualized. So, to quote Taylor Swift, you need to calm down. And
Fucking that panda. Oh, wait. Is that not how that song goes?
nope,
Oh.
nope. So,
You
yeah,
need to calm down and quit fucking that panda.
I think it is timely having a movie about puberty and also kind of pointing out I don't know if this was purposeful or not, but furries do exist in schools now. It is another thing that kids feel more free to express. It is another
Sure.
group expressing themselves in ways that is unsettling. It is the heavy metal
It's just
group. It is the
different.
goth group
Yeah.
now, if you will.
Sure.
Jocks are
panda out.
constantly going around yelling in people's faces or being obnoxious, but no one says boo to that. Like, let your kid wear the ears or the tail, and hopefully they don't get bullied. Or let your kid express themselves.
Yeah,
That's it.
let the
Let them
panda out.
express themselves. You know,
Yeah.
as you're saying, let your panda out. So
your panda
there's
out.
definitely a bit of a furry element to this.
I guess.
Since she is going, I think there is just a little bit, whether intentional or not. It's there. I mean,
Right.
it is by definition, it's an anthropomorphic
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah.
She can talk, and Robin Hood is cited as one of the first big things with furries because people.
Oh, is it?
Walter over here is nodding his head like, "What are you? You like Maid Marian? Or you like
Everybody
Robin?
likes Maid Marian.
Oh, we're gonna rewatch it."
What did he say? I couldn't.
Oh, he was just very excited that I was talking about Robin Hood with furries.
Gotcha.
But it's true.
Yeah.
I just saw it on one of the pages I was reading. So,
Interesting.
granted, I was anxious to open up that can of worms because I don't know a ton about it. I only just read some stuff, but it is something I noted in this because occasionally, especially near the end when she's letting her panda out and she makes the comment, "My panda, my choice." Love that.
Right.
She has the ears and the tail.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. It's there.
It's there.
It's there. Sure, it is. No,
It's
I'm with you.
there. Like, I saw a kid on the train this week with a tail on it. I thought, good for you, kid.
Yeah, I love when kids are just fucking weirdos. Like, it's the best. It's the best. Like, yeah, that okay. Look at you doing whatever that is you're doing. Keep it up. Like,
You know
I like
why?
when adults are weirdos. Like, everyone should be more of a weirdo.
The only
And
reason adults get upset about it is because they're upset that they don't have that confidence anymore to do that. It is the only reason, because adults want kids to be as closed off and scared and ashamed as they are.
that's what's happening in this movie,
I
you know.
know.
But
It's
she lets her panda out.
and it's amazing.
Mhm. I love it. Be weird, kids. Be weird, grown-ups.
Yes.
Um, any other adventures in intimacy?
Um no, that was it.
Alrighty. I don't really have much for Needle Drop Forest. I noticed that the song, that One True Love, I guess, was written by Billie Eilish, and I like
Oh.
Billie Eilish. But I get that they had there was a band in this thing, and they were all yah for it. But it didn't, it's boy bands aren't really my thing. They're fine, they're catchy little pop tunes, and little pop tunes are wonderful.
Yeah.
But I wasn't paying attention to the quality of the boy band. It didn't strike me the way that like that thing you do is like, well, I got to hear that song 100 times and I'm happy about it.
Sure. And I don't think it was meant to be the focal point as much as
Yeah,
that thing you do. Uh it is a tool. It is
yeah.
a prop, and
But
it's pretty
like,
great.
yeah, the
It's
fact that it's
fun.
Billie Eilish makes me want to go back and actually listen to the song
Yeah.
because I don't remember it at all. But I'm like, you get somebody as good as Billie Eilish and Phineas, and come on.
Oh, I know.
Like, they're fucking awesome. Like that's one of those things where I'm like, I'm definitely not in the target demo there, you know. But like, I heard that first album, and I was like, I don't know. I'm interested in whatever they're up to. Like, this
I
is
need
crazy stuff, and I like it.
I need to listen to them more. Oddly enough, I am not super well versed in their work. Obviously, What Was I Made For wrecks me.
Sure.
Like any other sad girly, I heard
Right.
that song and was like, "Oh, you've read my diary?"
Yeah. I also have a panda. Hush.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, so I'll go back and listen to that song because Billie Eilish is fucking great. What else time? Is this anyone's defining role? I mean, I guess the
No.
panda.
I mean, we don't know yet. It's only a few years old.
Right.
Um, it's period's defining role.
Right. That feels about right. This is certainly the
This
defining
should
role for panda.
absolutely listen. If I was a teacher in a country that valued teachers, I would absolutely have my students watch this film
Yeah, I
because
mean,
I
I'd
really
like
think
to
there's something
see
for everyone.
I'd like to see some well thought out discussion questions.
Yeah.
Because I think you could use this movie to drive a conversation, but it's also like talking to kids that age about this stuff is hard because like of their willingness to do so,
Hmm.
and their like the shared vocabulary isn't great. Like,
No.
some kids will know some terms and some kids won't, so it's like, how do you ask this question so that everybody understands it, that kind of thing. It's a weird age to have these kind of discussions, but you need to, and you sort of fumble your way through them and whatever. But using this to drive a discussion, I think, would be interesting.
I think the sooner you get kids comfortable talking about their bodies
Yeah.
and things in general, the more you normalize that,
Hmm.
then the more we break down stigmas and shame and hell, you might get people taking better care of themselves.
Sure.
Like the stuff I was reading online about girls thinking they're dying because they have no idea what a
Uh-huh.
period is, or like what is normal amount of bleeding versus what is abnormal. Like it's shocking.
Yeah.
um I had a very fun discussion with some colleagues the other day because
Hmm.
I had a fun time researching this movie and just
Hmm.
thinking about like, oh, how periods are viewed. What are the messages I have gotten from TV and film
Mm.
about periods? And I started making a list, and I
Okay.
broke it down into categories
Oh.
of like how periods are portrayed.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes they're portrayed as evil,
Hmm.
like they turn you evil.
Hmm.
For women, something to fear. Um, good,
Uh-huh.
good representations, and then gross/humorous.
Sure. Okay.
Um, I put those hand in hand. I don't know how to explain it, and I'm not going to.
No.
But I started, Walter was at work with me, and then one of our close friends, and so I was talking to them, and then some people nearby, I could tell were kind of listening in, and I said, talking about puberty, what did you all think? And they were some older women, and it was amazing because they talked about how they think it's so great that like people are talking about it more, but they were like, oh, we never could talk about it. I mean,
Hmm.
absolutely not,
Yeah.
like, shh.
Hmm.
So while overall things seem like they're getting worse, some things are better.
Yeah.
But if you're
Hmm.
curious about my list, I just have a few things I
Bring
want to
it.
note. So the only thing, because I'm basing it off stuff I know, but
Uh-huh.
like the only thing I had for evil, oddly enough, was something Walter brought up called the reaping.
Okay. I don't know if I've seen that.
Carrie could also work.
I mean, the way that it's used in Carrie is it is Carrie is she doesn't know what's happening
Yes.
because her mom never told her. So she's and then she's being picked on. Plug it up, plug it up, but she's being picked on because she doesn't know. Like
Oh.
like that's what they're not making fun of her because she's having her period, even though they're like, oh my god, period. They're mocking her ignorance is mostly what it is in Carrie.
Oh.
Um, the the rest of the movie isn't about her period; it's about how they treat her, and also the fact that she has psychic powers and stuff. Um, but yeah, so that's how it in that it is. It's just it's the inciting incident of the whole story.
But don't her powers get initiated by the or instigated by
Yeah,
the period?
yeah. It's it's like your X-Men mutation. It happens when you hit
Okay.
puberty,
Nice.
that kind
I
of thing.
like that.
Yeah. What else is on your list?
I won't list everything.
Okay.
One of the good representations, I think, or one of a positive reactions about periods, Mad Men. Oddly enough, when
Oh, uh-huh.
Sally gets hers, and then like in a rare moment runs to Betty, and then furthermore in a rare moment, Betty is helpful
Hmm.
and kind. Like it's quite a lovely moment.
Yeah.
Um, So shout out to Mad Men. For the gross and humorous, I put super bad
Sure.
because she's grinding up on him and then leaves the blood
Yep.
stain of all blood stains.
Yep.
And just for funsies, I also put down Crazy Ex Girlfriend because everyone should go listen to the song Period Sex.
Okay. Do that. I didn't watch that show. I've only heard good things, but I've never watched it.
It's fun. There's
Yeah.
more to the list, but I would be very curious to hear what period moments from pop culture people
Oh,
remember.
there you go. That's a good one. Um, that aren't Erica and Dylan.
Right.
Yeah. Um, so I was looking at like little trivia things that pop up on IMDb or whatever, or I think I might have clicked on errors like that, where like people will put in like in this scene she was holding three of those, and the next scene she was only holding two. That kind of stuff. This one made me laugh out loud. The Toronto Blue Jays hosted the Cleveland Indians on May 25th, 2002. So the four town concert depicted in the film never would have taken place. It would have either been moved to Air Canada Centre or rescheduled to a date that didn't conflict with a Blue Jays home game. And I laughed so hard that someone was like, that's my problem with this movie is Blue Jays had a homestand that weekend.
Mr.
I love
Campbell,
that stuff.
Mr. Campbell, who cares?
I love it. Makes me happy that someone was that focused on the minutia and was just like, nope, couldn't happen this way.
You know what else wouldn't happen? When you get your period, you don't turn into a panda.
Oh.
Sadly.
Yeah, but Four Town's real, right?
Jeff, we need to
Right,
talk.
mister? Right, mister? Okay.
Okay, you made me think for a minute of the moment when they're testing her and they put that box of kittens on her, and I was like, oh, that's messed up.
Here's what's messed up. When the aunties come over and she's like, she passed the test, even the kittens. All these aunties had to do that kitten test. That's mean.
It is mean.
You just want to just snuggle up the little kitties.
And now I'm looking at my little fur baby who's making a weird face as she sleeps.
You know she's talking about other furs. I don't like it. Any other else's?
No.
All right. What is this the EST of for you?
This is the cutest movie about puberty.
It's pretty cute.
Cutest movie about periods. Edict!
Oh, snap. She did it. Laid down an edict.
With my blood.
I was going to say this is the reddest movie I've ever seen.
Of course you were.
It's probably the movie with the most pandas that I've ever seen. Like, I'm not even sure there's a close second, to be honest with you. I haven't seen a whole lot of pandas.
You looked up footage of red pandas? Because
they're adorable.
I have now. Oh my God.
Somehow, I don't know. I don't follow like anybody on Blue Sky really, but for some reason I just get cute animal videos when I open that thing up, and it's so many times it's red pandas just being adorable.
That's not fair. I am having to avoid sad shit so much. Okay, well then I need to work on the algorithm and get just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like here's you were looking for a feed that only shows you red pandas. Here you go.
Yes.
I was like, I wasn't looking for that. I never had that thought, but okay, I'm happy to watch.
I'm there.
Yeah. Yep. No, that kind of stuff's fun. So yeah, it's probably the movie I've seen with the most pandas.
Cute.
Yeah. All right, once again, Cheesemeisters, we have proven my theory that everything comes back to Aaron Spelling.
Even turning red.
Even turning red. That's your panda out, everybody. Join us here next week on Wednesday when some shit happens in the Peach Pit. You guys, season 4, episode 18, Heartbreaker, to be taken literally. And then join us here on Friday for our next After Dark, where I think we're going to watch Father of the Bride 2.
Let's do it.
Because there's somebody who's pregnant, which we already know about.
There are going to be no problems with Father of the Bride 2. None at all.
No, we love it. Not as much as Father. Well, we'll see. Because you thought it was funnier than Father of the Bride when you were a kid.
Okay, I'm going to adjust that. I don't think that I thought it was funnier. Somehow I liked it more than the first one.
Interesting. Okay, well, we're going to have to get into that because I did not. But
you know
it's
what
fine.
it is? It's because it's about the mom and the daughter. It's about more the women.
Oh, okay. I get
why.
that.
That's what it always is. I don't know why I ask. Why do I like this thing? Does it have a female protagonist?
It's because of girls. Same thing for me. Why do I like this thing? Because there's girls in it. I like girls. All right. So, so we're going to watch Father of the Bride part 2. So until then, Cheesemeisters.
Cheers.
Cheers.